I'm James Whitham, and this is the Superbike School. I've taken 3 riders of different abilities. My mission, to turn them into superbikers. Carl, a nightclub owner from Birmingham. Mark, a stand-up comic from Newcastle. And Adam, an erotic performance artist from London. Let's see if they can handle my Superbike School.
Right lads, Judgment Day. This is where I get to enjoy myself now. It's a real treat for us all because we've got some illustrious guests to judge you, basically. I've had a word with them all, explained where you started, your biking backgrounds and what I think on your individual progress. We're going to go out there and we're going to watch you at every corner and see what they're thinking, basically get an unbiased and fresh opinion, because I can't, you're my lads now, so I can't look at you with unbiased opinion. We've got Carl, Flash, nightclub owner from Birmingham, who's done loads of track days and spends a lot of money on his clothes and looking good. he actually likes to look good on the track as well, that's been one of his problems. We've got Mark, he comes from not much of a biking background at all, he's done very little riding, all road riding, never been on a track before he came here. And we've got Adam, who is a general sexual deviant, and he's obviously got, you'll be able to tell he's got quite a lot of biking experience, but I believe he's never been on a track once or twice maybe? 3 or 4 times. Yeah, before he came here. So, we're going to get out there and you're going to show them what you're made of. No pressure, you just don't want to
Right, me and my fellow adjudicators are going out on track. We're going to watch your various corners. You've got to be showing us what you're made of. That's it. Do your worst, son. Pretty conscientious with his tyres, this cow. Oh no, he isn't. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's all right. That, yeah, as best he's done that. And his tendency is to really rush in, just miss it and run out wide. This is Adam.
Started?
Yeah, no, easy. Good.
Perfect.
Not wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Mark will be, he tends to build up, so this will probably be a fairly steady. And again.
Took a go at that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He's been sort of, Mark's been the most, he's listened hardest, he's taken more on board, because it's like a bit of a blank piece of paper when he started, he's done nothing. He honestly could hardly set off on a bike. This is Carl, he's
trying harder now,
yeah.
He's making a mess of it.
He's that careful here now because we've been trying to drum into him. He rushed into here every single lap, but now he's actually, he could have gone in a little bit quicker just to...
That's he's pretty stylish, isn't he?
Yeah, good, isn't it? He's all right, Adam. He's got less consistent with every passing day, though. He's got quicker, but he's cocked up a lot more.
I think it's inevitable. The ones with more experience are going to be difficult to teach.
Yeah,
the ones with nothing, like I say, it's blank sheet of paper. You can write on it what you want. You saw like constant throttle all the way through the corner and driving when he's out of it.
That's it.
Driving a lot
That's
earlier.
it.
Bring a bigger van next time.
happy with Carl because he's actually backing off a bit to get it right and forgetting about his lap time. Now they're all not bad at that now.
That was nice. Came out a bit tighter. One thing strikes me about them, they're all big blokes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are all big blokes. Making me look like midget, like a midget.
How does it make me look then?
Another midget.
Judging from what they're doing here, they should be able to make a good job of the rest of it. As they're going on, some of them are making a few errors on just like going in a little bit too quick, which is what you'd expect. But generally, yeah, very, very good. Certainly, for saying they've had the limited experience here, very good, very impressed.
He just went a bit quick mid-corner then, had to shut it off, didn't he?
Absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm really impressed with the way Jamie's sort of taught these guys. You know, they're obviously never raced bikes before, but they're doing a damn good job, and they're not doing a lot wrong at all, to be quite honest with you.
Not yet,
but this is the first corner we've seen.
Don't worry.
We'll see.
This is a horrible little corner, this. It really is. It takes some sorting out, does it? See, he really just apexed it a little bit early and ran a bit wide.
Was that Carl?
That's Carl, yeah.
Sure.
He's my favourite so far.
Yeah,
anyway.
Mark's dead good at being able to do, not worried about how fast he's going, but doing what he's told, you know what I mean? It's good, that.
Being very conservative with the track paddock.
Yeah.
He's doing it here. He's probably got like 3 feet of track he's not using on the way out.
The guy with the black leathers?
No, the guy on the silver leathers. What's his name?
So, yeah, silver and black, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's Adam.
Seems to lean away from the corner, doesn't he? When he comes
he does.
he leans away from it.
He's actually all right here. This is probably his best corner.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he always used to knacker up paddock, but he's not bad here in Carl.
I tell you, Mark is the most aggressive on the brakes as well there.
Yeah, he's always been mega on brakes, and he's got quite a natural good judgment of speed. Do you know what I mean? He's hard up brakes, but he don't miss it that much.
No.
Adam. He's gone from being quite consistent to being quick on occasions, but really quite inconsistent, which is a worrying thing. Oh, but I didn't know that.
He actually moves a lot on the bike, don't he?
Yeah, he does. Sometimes moves a bit odd places, really. He gets too far off to me. You know what I mean?
I don't suppose it helps him being such a big bloke.
No,
though,
he don't, no, and he likes to style it up a bit.
Yeah.
You put that going there for the turning point?
Yeah.
Because they're all turning way before it.
Yeah, I know. As they get quicker, the turning point, they're having to sort of anticipate a little bit.
Yeah.
But they do turn early, then they apex early, then they tend to run out of road, and
Yeah.
they're just going steady there. But
When we have a race school up here, everybody turns late because they leave it till they can see out of it and then
Yeah.
square it off,
yeah.
which has the other effect, it launches them.
He's read everything. He's been on the flipping. He's been on the California race bike school, right, and Superbike school. And somebody's told him that what was he saying? His head weighs 8 kilos,
yeah.
so it's got to be placed in. I'm like, oh, I never thought that.
That's what we've been doing wrong then.
Have I done any good when I didn't know that? Oh, Carl, don't rush. It's not that bad. What he's doing, he's not running it out enough mid-corner and cutting it back. He's tending to keep his mid-corner speed up and it pushes him wide.
Slightly wide,
Yeah, but he's been fighting against it for about a week and a half now.
I think he's just tipping in too late, isn't he?
He is just a bit too late. But from there, brilliant. From there, really good. That's better, loads better. That's spot on, that. I like that. I mean, wall of death. We're carved all the way around. He didn't have an apex at all.
Man, that's one of the hardest things to do, is exit a fast corner into a slow corner in the other direction, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
As you say, there's so many things going off. You know, you're changing direction, you're braking, and you're changing gear.
Yeah, and everything affects everything else. Adam's a lot smoother.
He is, isn't he?
Again, he just got on the power a bit early there.
You're a very unusual race, like, very upright, isn't it?
He is, yeah. Half the time you watch him, you think, you don't know where he is now. See that? That's all right, that's all right. That is all right. He's just impatient. He just wants to open the throttle straight away. And that put that extra millisecond on the throttle just shoves him wide.
That's the hardest thing for a lot of them, isn't it?
Yes,
it's
patience.
like getting from nothing to just enough to do the job.
Yeah. I was the worst exponent of not waiting for anything, me. Trust me now.
Now that's interesting me, because the guy in yellow's caught up with the other guy.
Yeah, and he don't look as quick, does he?
No.
He don't look as quick. You're even following him. We're convinced. We've timed him from paddock. We're convinced he's got a shortcut. Carl's the one who does like to look impressive to everybody, you know, because you can tell every time you move around and watch a different corner, that's the one he up. Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
too
seem to
wide.
learn from his mistakes though, does he there?
You what?
He doesn't seem to learn from his
No,
mistakes.
he doesn't.
He's just doing the same
And he
thing.
knows exactly what he should be doing. So what do you reckon? This is, we've basically seen it all now. To be fair, I'm quite pleased with them. They haven't really done that much. I thought they might go a bit dafter with to have as many sort of important people as we've got here.
Just a kiss of death, James.
That's better, that. Good lad.
When you told me what you were doing, I thought you must be mad. I was expecting to see carnage here today.
We've had a bit of carnage, I must admit. We have had carnage.
Yeah, most of it was you though, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit of it, yeah. The worst one was me, yeah.
Jamie said to me when he first said the concept of what you're actually doing, I thought this is just a recipe for carnage. I really did. But to be honest with you, when watching you all today,
yeah, good, isn't it?
There's a lot of potential there.
I'd love to see you racing, but in maybe a 10-lap race. I don't think I'd put money on you maybe finishing the race. I don't
that's
know.
the thing. Well,
you would finish. You might not win it, but you guys.
The laps have borne it out, and in actual fact, the lap times have borne it out completely. Except he isn't as slow as what he looks from side of the track.
No.
He does get a lap time that's they're pretty equal. Yeah, I've got to say, just the hairpin really. Yeah, you two, rubbish. Mark, good line, but just a bit iffy going in. You didn't know when to tip it in, but once you got in, you line out the hairpin, apex and to out, brilliant. Once you throttled home, you're able to just keep it winding on because you straight line out of it. You two, quicker mid-corner, but you're sacrificing the exit because you've already opened the throttle and run that bit wider. But
coming in pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, but saying that, everywhere else, paddock good, park pretty good.
Yeah, well, Carl, I mean, great. There's a lot of body movement we noticed going into the corners and stuff, but that could be the sheer size of you. You know, you're about 10'6" on you or something. But it's going well.
Yeah.
Adam, great. I mean, flying looks good. As Jamie said, I think the hairpin's probably your weakest point in the circuit. Yeah. But apart from that, really tidy. Mark, yeah, it looks really good. It's stylish, smooth, and a bit of potential.
Yeah, I think Mark he's the one that is still kind of picking it up, sort of more incrementally. These two find it easy to try hard and probably go quicker than what they are doing it right, just by going back to the old ways and trying hard. You know what I mean? Whereas he hasn't got any of them bad habits, he's just sort of building up from it. So he thinks he's doing it the right way now, which he is. Yeah. Which is these are thinking, oh, what he said, just open it.
Jamie said to me when he first said the concept of what you're actually doing, I thought this is just a recipe for carnage. I really did. But to be honest with you, when watching you all today,
good, isn't it?
There's a lot of potential there, and it's good. I'll tell you what I would love to see. You three racing at the end of the year. That would be good.
Yeah, I think.
What do you think?
Well, it's one of them. It's one of them where they'd be thinking, oh, we're not good enough, but you'd be surprised. You certainly won't be embarrassed anyway.
the biggest burden you guys have got, judging what Jamie said, is what you already know.
Yeah.
I mean, starting this sort of job with a blank sheet of paper, knowing nothing, is always the best way to be, because you've got no preconceptions. You've been battling with what you've read, what you've been told by other people, against what James has told you, and in a way that's slowed you down a little bit.
Yeah.
On the track, both of you more aggressive, and I guess probably faster lap times. And I'd love to see you racing, but in maybe a 10-lap race, I don't think I'd put money on you maybe finishing the race. I don't
that's the
know.
thing. Well,
You would finish. You might not win it, but you guys
the laps have borne it out, and in actual fact, the lap times have borne it out completely, except that he isn't as slow as what he looks from side of track.
No.
He does get a lap time they're pretty equal. In fact, the last time we did, Adam was quickest, but he only had one lap that was anything like the rest. He just messed up. Kyle did get a reasonably good lap, but again he made a couple of mistakes. He's probably his fastest lap. He ran straight on. It would have been his fastest lap, but he's right in there. He's actually in between. He's actually in between these two, but every single lap.
I think, you know, without exception, consistency is the thing you need to
race.
To race.
Yeah.
If you can develop a datum, a baseline,
Yeah.
you've got something to build on.
Yeah.
When you watch these guys racing, you know, he'll get a pit board out that will show him that he's lost half a second somewhere. Somebody's taken half a second out of him.
Yeah.
He'll raise his game by just half a second.
Yeah.
And it's always like, how do you do that? How do you increase by just half a second? He does it by having that level of consistency in the first place. Yeah. Given the fact that you've had an audience today,
Yeah.
and everybody watching you, you've done brilliantly well. You've not come anywhere near falling off, and you've given a good demonstration.
You only just got it. Yeah, I was going to say, where are you going? Well, who's done the most damage?
For me, most improved rider, there's no doubt that it's got to be Mark, because he came here and he really couldn't ride that well. He just looked like a fish out of water.
Well, so he doesn't anymore, does he?
He looks all right, so
I'd agree with that.
I think
You can
Mark,
certainly con me that he'd been riding bikes
yeah,
for a long time.
exactly, yeah, he's all right. Fastest, he's just on a clock, and there's no doubt about that either. That's got to be Adam. Although saying that, he's only faster on one lap. The rest of the laps were slower, if anything. So, but he did stick his neck out.
At the end of the day, the fastest lap.
Yeah. You've got to take it after that. He did have a go, and more stylish, both on the bike and in his life in general. Is Cal.
You want his wristwatch, that's all it is.
He's just stylish. You want to see his car and everything. He's one of them who, first thing, does it look good?
Yeah.
That's what he's like. Yeah. So that's it. You need. Do you agree with that?
I totally agree with that, Jamie.
Spot on. Right. First of all, most stylish rider is Cal. Yeah, well done.
Thank you very much. Going to go plated later.
Next up is fastest time. Again, no doubt about that really, because it's just on a clock. Is although having said that, he did one lap that was really quick. The rest were
Rubbish.
quite average. And he got a 104.5, which is not hanging about on these bikes. I've got to tell you, on these tyres, it's not hanging about. The standard stock bikes with stock tyres. Adam. Yeah. Good. Better. Looks good. Sweet. And most improved rider came here. Honestly,
He came with nothing.
You came with nothing and you leave with nothing. Thanks for coming. No, when you came here, honestly, when you sat on a bike, you really did look like a fish out of water. It looked like you'd never been on a bike hardly before. It looked like you really did. You're awkward. You just didn't move on the bike, stiff, really a bit scared. And you've come on to being exactly the same time as these two. Good times, you've learned, and you don't make as many mistakes. So, most improved rider is Mark. Well done, boys. Proud of you. My boys.
Bottle of champagne.
The thing is, I've felt that it has a reflection on me. If you hadn't done any good, or you'd have gone away to your mates, we have to say yes, but he is. You know what I mean? But so when I'm actually timing, I actually want you to go quick. So we said at the beginning of the week, I said when you were doing, none of you got under 10s, some of you were 115s, 116s, and I said, oh, you'll get down to, you'll 1.5s, 1.6s, and you have done, and that's, you're getting down. I have to say from here on in, it gets sort of diminishing returns. It does get harder. You know what I mean? It gets, while to pick a second up at 115 is not as hard as picking it up at a minute flat. And you can see you're going out there and figuring it out for yourself a little bit, which was another aim of mine. It's about figuring it out for yourself a little bit and thinking on your feet. You never seem to get it perfect. It's just everything affects everything else, and it's about you being able to put up with the mistakes and get the best out of it. So, it was a dream. I've enjoyed it.
It's been real.
It hasn't it? Been had crashes. That's me. That's just me. Yeah, good do.
Now to be actually faster than Carl in the end, I was like, I can't believe it. You know, it's absolutely mad.
I've got slower.
My sort of mission really is to get consistently very quick times.
To be fair, you know, they're going about these comedians that aren't funny people, really. They just can do it on stage. Well, Mark's not that, is he? He's just a funny bloke. That mixed with the flipping mad, flipping caveman nightclub owner, some of the tales he comes out with just because he's daft and rich. And then the Dr. Sex flipping throwing his tuppence worth in. He has been a bit of a revelation. I'm not going to be the same man after this, of course.